Hello everyone and welcome to my coloring corner. Today is Wellness Wednesday and of course we are going to continue with the picture we started on Saturday. Hello everyone. Who do we have in chat today? Hello Wickabella. Hello Gail. Hello Tara Lynn. Hello Aspie. Hello Nana. How is everyone today? I hope everyone is doing well. I don't know why I'm trying to pull out my keyboard because I don't need to type. Hello, Jennifer. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're feeling better. So as you can remember, we were using Inktense on this picture. I've got something underneath it. And we will be continuing with some Inktense. We're also going to do some embellishments. Hello, Marie. Hello, Crashes. We're going to be doing some embellishments with some extreme glitter. We've got some turquoise here and we've got some silver. So we will be adding some pretties. Pretty, pretty, pretty. So let's get started on some blues for our bluebells. We're going to finish up the bluebells and then we're going to work on the vase. And we're going to add some pretty embellishments to the vase. Just make it all sparkly and pretty. I am going to be activating today with the Koi coloring brush pen instead of water, just because it's quicker. Alright, so I've got teal green here. We're going to do the very tips in the teal green. And then we're going to use sea blue a little further down. And then we're going to use iris blue. And I'm going to switch you over to the close-up camera so you can actually see what I'm doing, just for the fun of it. You guys don't want to see what I'm doing. I'll move you there. I'll move you around a little bit. Hi, Stacy. And then we're going to start from the bottom and work our way up. Like so. And that's how we're going to do that today. Thank you. I appreciate that. And this way I don't have to use a lot of the air gun. I don't need to dry it out as much. So I'm just going to start at the bottom and work our way up. Let's lift some of that up. There we go. So how is everyone's week going? I know it's Wednesday, so it's the middle of the week for some. It's Thursday for others. So hopefully your week has gone well. Wow, I can't believe it was 9 months ago that we started having memberships. That's crazy. Thank you so much, Terry Lynn, for being with me for the whole 9 months. I appreciate it. Hello, Celine. How are you today, darling? And thank you as well, Stacy, because I do believe you've been there for 9 months too. Thank you both very much for your continued support. I appreciate it. That's good. So if you guys don't know, for those of you that don't know, I do have a Discord channel that we do actually chat in. We hang out in, and Celine has me coloring with Faber-Castells because she needed some assistance. So we do sit and color and talk and hang out. So if you're having a day where you just want to hang out and color with somebody else, you're welcome to join us. If there's nobody in there at the time, just sit there and hang out and color, and somebody will show up sooner or later. Well, I'm still working on the water, but that's okay. We'll get to it together. Like I said to you last night, I might end up cheating on that part. Hi, Emmy. Emmy. I need a piece of paper. Hi, Calamity. Welcome, welcome. Absolutely. I know. I know. There's no rush. I'm gonna put the book down here for a second, and we're going to take a pen because she can't hear me. So I know you will cheat. Yes. So hi, Emmy. All right. So still going through with these three pencils: teal green, sea blue, and iris blue. And we're going to start with the teal green up at the top. Where it's connecting to our plant. Hi, Ashley. No problem, Emmy. I keep on trying to put the closed captions in, and for some reason it just doesn't like to go. So I know Emmy can't hear what I'm saying, so I don't mind saying hello to her that way. Yes, I'm using the. Thank you. Thank you for explaining that to her. I appreciate that. So I've gone through and I've put the teal green down on all of the little flowers. Now I'm going through with the sea blue. I'm just putting in a little bit of it up near the top where we want that dark area to be. Exactly. Exactly. Just showing the different ways that you can activate Inktense without having to saturate your page. However, we will be using um, a little bit more water on the background if we get to that today. Yeah, absolutely, Jennifer. And now we're going to do iris blue at the bottom, like so. Hopefully this sneeze goes away. I feel like I'm going to sneeze. I hate that. Get a tickle in my nose. Okay, and then we're going to take our koi coloring brush and we're going to activate from the bottom up. Wipe your brush afterwards so that you don't pick up the darker colors for the next flower. And as you can see, the Inktense just completely breaks down even with this brush. Which is great. I'm out of frame. Sorry. Thank you, Ashley. Yes. Yes, you can, Emmy. All right. Hi, Christina. Celine. Absolutely. Lurk away. Thank you so much for doing that for Emmy Aspie. I appreciate it. Oh, I did finish the picture that I started on Tuesday's video. If you guys wanted to see it, I haven't posted it yet. But while we're letting this dry a little bit, I can show that to you. I know it doesn't need to dry long, but what spelled my name? Hi, Davissa. Hi, Dawn. How did I spell my name? I'm not sure what happened, Wicca. So I can show you what I did yesterday and finished off with the ink tints. I'll switch you over to the main camera so you can see it properly. So I did the rest of this yesterday off camera and finished it all up. So there is another watercolor completed for the month of watercolor. So that is what I completed yesterday as well. Oh, you're on your I understand now. I get it. You got names coming out now. That's good. Okay, so we're going to go over here to this set here, and we're going to put in the teal green. So that was teal green. And then we're going to put in the sea blue. Okay, so the difference between the alcohol marker and the water marker is the alcohol marker does have a tendency to fade the color just a little bit. So you end up having to put in a little bit more of the color. That's what I have found anyway. The water brush doesn't seem to do that. So this Koi coloring brush is a water-based. So the water-based doesn't seem to um, dampen the color as much, if that makes sense. You can definitely use it. However, I don't want to redo everything more than once. Hi, Della. Is Emmy going? Good night, Emmy. Okay, so we're going in with the wrong color. We're going in with the teal green. I'm just going to finish up all these bluebells and then we'll start on the greenery. I want to get at least the top part done today and the jug. If we have time, then I want to get some background done with some more water, using the ink tints with a lot of water so that you can see how it looks on a large area. If we don't get it to it today, of course, I will get to it tomorrow in final touches. But I'd like to get to it today. So that was teal green. Now we're going to go in with sea blue. I know it's kind of boring doing the same things over and over, but that's what happens when you have a whole bunch of bluebells. Okay, and then finally, hey View, how are you today, Pamela? Finally, the iris blue at the bottom. And if you have noticed, I will go back and lift up some of the bottom color with the brush if I find it's too dark. So you can do that when activating and while it's still wet. However, once you've dried it, you're not going to be able to pick that color back up again. So try to make sure that you get to a point with your color that you're happy with before you dry it or before you let it dry. Okay, so we're going to work from the bottom, coming up into that teal green. Wiping it off, work from the bottom up. Not too much of that teal in there, just lift it off. Ooh, glitter paint pans. Hey Rhea, how are you, darling? I miss you. Hello, Catherine. Yay! It's so good to see you. And you caught it at the start. I didn't put the colors on this one. I missed one. So Ashley, what you making for dinner? Well, we're going to be using some glitter, so we will be using some glitter after we get the bluebells done. So hopefully I can do this quick enough. Yeah, glitter will do that, Crashes. But you did such a good job of it. One of these days I'm going to mail you a glitter bomb just for the fun of it. Crashes will never open another thing from me again. Absolutely, Marie. That's why I stream at this time on Wednesdays, because I do know that Saturday morning is really, really early for y'all. So, and I want you guys to feel included too, because I love you guys. I don't want you guys getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning to see me stream. Not yet. I haven't sent it yet, Jen. Now we're going to do this side here. 4. 4. So again, we're starting with the teal green. And one down here, there. All these little bluebells. Hopefully I'm still on screen. We're almost done the bluebells, guys. Almost. It's amazing how much quicker it goes than with, just regular color pencil. Because this would have taken a lot longer with just regular color pencil. Not yet, but now I'm scared. Poor Calamity's going to have to open all the mail from now on. I missed one back there. So now I'm going in with the sea blue. Oh, missed another one. I just keep on missing them all over the place. And as you can see, I'm not covering the whole area. I'm just covering enough that when I go in with the brush, I can spread it around and activate it. That's another really great thing about this stuff is that you don't need a lot. You just need enough to move around. And then it blends really nicely together, even with a alcohol marker, blender pen, or watercolor blender pen. I like the koi blender pen. It does seem to activate them without dulling them down at all. The alcohol marker works the same way, but it does seem, in my opinion, dull it down a little bit, which bugs me. But and then if you find that your color is too dark at the bottom, you just quickly go over it with your marker and it lifts it up for you. Just make sure that you wipe your marker first so that you don't drag that darker color down. And with small things like this, it's really, really a lot easier to do than with a brush and water because they're just really tiny. And basically all I'm doing is just barely touching it and dipping the tip of the marker into the area that the paint is in and just moving it around. Now this is watercolor paper, so it wouldn't matter either which way. The one good thing that I have found with using this marker method is when using it on um, coloring books that aren't watercolor paper, it does not warp your paper, which is great. Hi, Sarah! And that's what I like, is it doesn't warp the paper, which is awesome. Especially when you're using Inktense in a coloring book, because you know how that paper goes with water mediums. It goes all messy. This book that I'm working out of, which is Spring Cutting Garden by Christy Rice, is a watercolor book, so it is printed on watercolor paper. So it does accept that water medium really nicely. Okay, I'm gonna have to activate these last few and then take a quick break because for some reason one of my eyes has gone all blurry. Hate that. Every once in a while, it's sorted itself out now, so I'm good. Every once in a while, though, my right eye will just completely go blurry. I'll have to give it a rub and give it a couple of seconds. Soggy bluebells, yes. Soggy bluebells. I have a bunch in my yard right now. Alright, now we're going to finish these ones. And then we'll do the stems, and then we'll do the leaves, and then we'll play with some sparkles. Because sparkles... Oh, I'm sorry that you're coming down with a whole cold. I hate head colds. So once again, going in with the sea green and the iris or sea blue and the iris blue for the bottom areas. Moving the paper around with my arm, just for the fun of it. You're probably wondering what I'm doing. Well, probably wondering how much of a mess I'm making on this side here with my pen, because I am wiping it off on a paper towel. So you can do this either on a paper towel or on a piece of paper. And basically all I'm doing is just wiping off the excess paint. There is our bluebells. So that's the blue areas done. I'm just going to cap my pen here for a second. Put my blues back because we will need them again here in a moment. Maybe. Depends upon how far I want to go. Alright, so now we have our greens, which is what we used for our background, or our leaves, and the backs of our stems here. Little bits of stems that you can see. So I'm trying to make sure that I get that stem all the way down. And I'm putting in stems where stems aren't showing. Because we know they're there. Because something has to be holding on to the bluebells. Alright, and then once again over here. This one's easier because it's behind the leaves. And I'm just going through with apple green for this part. That's all I'm using is just apple green. There's enough darkness on the page for the shadow areas, so it's just going to give it a little bit of a green color over top of that black shadow. That's there. And we missed one, so I'm going to take my blue. And we've got one little bluebell hiding in here. Yeah, it does take, it is a bit of a learning curve. I still have times where no matter what I do, I can't fix it. But depending upon the paper and that sort of thing, sometimes you can fix it just with an alcohol marker or that sort of thing, letting it dry and then going over it. That's typically what I do, is I just let it dry, find my colors again, and just go over it and hope I haven't messed it up too badly. The great thing with Inktense is it does dry permanent. So even if you find that you need to add other colors or want to add other colors, once it dries, you're not going to move that ink around anymore. So you can add other colors on top of it and not end up with a muddy mess. Okay, so there's our green. I can see you, Jennifer. I see you. Yes, it is a very loosely done medium, that's for sure. Alright, so now we're going to do these ones here. I'm just going to put in a light coloring of the apple and in a little bit of the field green. Same with down here. And then I'm going to put a bit of the beach green down the center here. Now I'm not worried about reactivating or blending those colors together because I want them to be blended. So I'm going to start here in the center where that light is and go up, wipe my pen, and then go down. Because I've had 3 colors down and 2 colors up. Same with here. I'm just going to go down, bring that color in, wipe my pen, and then I'm going to come up, bringing that color up. And I want to bring it over just a touch here. And there we have activation there. And you can just play with it a little bit and get it fully activated so that there is not any unactivated bits. Otherwise, next time you go over it or if you spray it, it is going to activate those bits that you haven't activated. Now for these leaves here, these 2 big leaves here, we're going to do them the same way we did the other leaves. We're going to do a light layer of the apple green. Oh, goodness. Yeah, sometimes you just need to refresh. I don't know why it happens, but it does happen sometimes. Sometimes you just need to refresh the video. Now I'm going in with the beach green on the edges and into those shadowy areas. Getting those shadowy areas a little bit darker. Like so. And up under here as well. And then we're going to take our field green and we're just going to come down just a little bit from it, getting that brightness back to it there. We're coming down the edge here and up the edge here. We're going to color in the center. All right, Della. Have a good night at work. I will see you later. Now I'm going down with the beach green just on the edges and through the center, getting in that shadow as well. Alright. Alright, now we're going to activate, and we're going to take from the dark, or from the light into the dark here, making sure to activate the entire area. And then we're going to go down in here and we're going to spread that dark a little bit further in for those shadows areas. Like that. Activate under here. Not too concerned about having the dark on my brush at this point because I want that dark shadow area. So I want to have some of that dark pen, dark ink on there so that I can bring it down into other areas. Like so. And we're going to wipe it off, and then we're going to start in the light and then go up into the dark area. We're going to spread that out a little. The pen. Activate into the shadows, keeping some of that dark in there for the shadow. And then activating the rest of this light. Like so. I don't know what's going on with the paper today, but for some reason it is peeling up a little bit, which is weird. Because it's watercolor paper, it shouldn't do that. Yes, you came in just as we all left last night. So usually we're, anytime you're in Discord, there may be somebody lurking, waiting for somebody to go in. So if you don't see somebody in, just pop in for a few minutes and somebody will probably join you. We're usually in there after stream. I take a few minutes to get family and whatnot figured out, but usually we're in there about 5, 6-ish and go until it's time to go to bed. All right, so I put down the apple green. Now I'm going to put in some field green in the center here and in the edges. And I want to do the edges. And under here where it's shadowy as well. Alright, now I'm going to use the beach green for the shadow areas, the deepest shadowing areas. Down here under the flowers and up the edge here. Down the edge in here. There we go. Again, going from the light to the dark, so we're going to activate this area first, come down into that darker area, and dragging it into that light. Not worried about in here because I got the shadow that I want to have active. Wiping my pen to activate the lighter color. Hello, Rinka. Thank you. I appreciate that. I would love a cup. I would love a cup. Actually, I have a cup. I should actually drink it before it goes cold. I will join you with a cuppa. Making sure I activate that before I go over it with something else. Going down through that center. And bringing that darkness over into the edge here. And activating the light and going up into it. With it being the underside of the leaf here, I'm not too concerned about it getting too dark. But this side of the leaf, I want it lighter. So there's that leaf. Now we're going to be working on this side, and then all of our flowers will be done. And then we'll start working more on the vase. Now I'm going to have a sip of coffee because Marie's made me want coffee. Coffee. So this one here, I'm going to do in the apple green. I'm going to make sure that I get all the way down because this leaf goes all the way down. Same with this one. I'm going to go in with the apple green. And then we're going to just take the field green for our contrasting color. Same within this one. There we go. Thank you, Marie. Oh, I'm sorry. Is my voice low? I, I might have it too far away. Is that better? Sometimes when I get concentrating on something, I tend to lower my voice sometimes. So if I did, I'm sorry. I have a bit of a sniffle too for some reason. There we go. Get that all active all the way down. Activate this one. There we go. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, no, it might be me. I might not be talking all the way into the mic. Is that better? I hope it's better. I'm sorry, maybe I had the mic too far away. Hopefully that's better. I haven't been feeling all that great, so I have been a little bit quieter. And I may have had my mic too far away from my mouth. Absolutely no problem at all. Hi, Kennedy. And hello, Kenworth. How are you today, Mo? Have you heard anything about your mom? And why didn't you call me? Those are all my questions. Awesome. It's always great when Merlin's watching. Okay, so I've gone in with the apple green and now I'm going to go in with the field green. Right down the edges here as well as down the center. Wiki, you make it home? Well, hopefully you made it home because I'd hate to lull you to sleep while you're driving. That would not be good. Okay, going in for the shadow areas with the beach green. There we go. Okay, good. Alright, now we're going to add some shadowy areas up at the top here with some field green and do the edges like so. I'm excited, we're getting close to playing with sparkles. Mo, at the top of the screen in the blue box, I have linked the Discord channel. If you need to talk to me for any reason at all, you can find me in there most nights or message me in there and I'll get back to you right away. Just putting in some more shadow on that leaf. Absolutely. Yep. Yeah, you could have messaged me on Facebook, I think. I'm pretty sure you're on my Facebook, but that's okay. Absolutely. Yeah, I will message you right away afterwards. Like I said, if you join me up in the Discord, I will pull you into a chat room and we'll hang out for a bit. I know you know what Discord is, so. Okay. Just going through and activating it now. Pulling some of that darker into the lighter colors just to give it that contrast. And activating the color on the edge as well. Alright. One more leaf to go, people. One more leaf to go. Absolutely no problem. You contact me any way you need to with important stuff. Thank you. I appreciate that. Once again, going through with the apple green. We're almost all done, guys. It's only been an hour. Yay! We get to play with sparkles. She's probably still at work. Yes, it's only 4 o'clock. She's still at work. She should be heading home pretty quick here. So going in with the field green, putting it into our shadow areas and on our edges. Not a lot in the shadow. We'll be adding the beach green to the shadow here in a bit. This just gives it a little bit of that bright contrast. Sure, you can ask any question you want. I can't guarantee you I will know the answer. Okay, great. I will message you there. Awesome. Yeah, the phone thing I can never understand. I don't use it on my phone. Question about the Ohuhu marker. Sure. Oh, I forgot. I was looking for questions and I forgot to put in the beach green. I got all excited about this being the last leaf. Ah, all right. Just going through and putting in the beach green here at the underneath of the leaf. Okay, good. Yeah, I started out on Discord many, many moons ago playing World of Warcraft, so yeah, I know how it goes. So I'm activating that light area, trying not to drag a whole bunch of the dark into it yet, because I don't want it overtaking it. But I do want it to blend into it. Like that. Then we're going to activate the dark area here. Like so. Activate that dark area. And then the light area. And then down this one here. Alright. And that is... Oh, did my Bob come in? Hi, Bob. Hey, honey. You on your way home? 260 brush bullet set out. Does that have all the colors in it, or I do believe they have in the 216 they have the full set of colors. But I don't have them myself, so I can't answer that, unfortunately. If anybody has the 216 brush markers from Ohuhu, if you can answer Catherine's question, that would be fantastic, because unfortunately I don't have them. So, all right, I'm going to switch over to the main camera here so you can see how it looks so far. Yeah, I understand. Completely understand, Catherine. Crash has just said that later on this year they'll be releasing a new set of the 320 brush chisels. So I think that's the full set, because if I remember right, their bullet nib chisels, it has 320 in it. Hi, Alex. People were just asking about you. Oh, well, thank you, Christina. I appreciate that. Now we're going to play on this part. We're going to play here. So, I have a question. Should I do the background areas with the ink tints, or should I attempt, because it will be an attempt, to do them with the turquoise glitter? Thank you. So what do you guys think? Yep. Yes, I know you still play. Yes, it's an attempt. So should I be safe and do it with the ink tints and then just do the glitter gel on the finials, or should I be daring and dangerous and try to do it with the glitter paint? Be bold. So I've got glitter, 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 glitter. Okay, so dare to be dangerous. All right, guys, you asked for it. It's all your fault. All right, so I gotta grab a palette. If I can remember where I put them. I just had them. Where did I put them? Oh dear. I'll just use this palette. I will just use my palette. Okay, so this is going to be different, and I'm going to leave it on the main camera here so that you don't see me completely mess it up. All right, so we have squirted some on the palette. See, look, we've got a squirt. All right, I think I might need a smaller brush. Yeah, I think we might need a smaller brush for those little tiny detail areas. We're going to throw that in there, and we're going to get a smaller brush. then the concentration starts. So I am using a Model Master 8841 tester number 2. So it's a tiny, tiny brush for doing model paints. I'm not worried about going over the little dots because I will be going over those with something else. Just trying to get the glitter spread out evenly so we don't get nasty little clumpy areas. So the paint I'm using is Extreme Glitter by Folk Art. Excuse me. For some reason, glitter makes me sniffle. I think it's the concentration of it. I do have a tendency to hold my breath while I'm doing this. So if I do breathe a little loudly when I let my breath go, please excuse it. Because I do have a tendency to do that. Ooh, glitterified. Look at you making all those fancy cards. I don't know why this stuff makes my nose runny. Okay, just spreading it out just a little bit just to make sure I don't have a glob. Oh, nice. Okay. I am actually going to switch you over to the close-up because you can't really see what I'm doing in the distance camera, and that's just mean. I'll even turn on the light so you can see the glitter. Oh, thank you, Ashley. And Alex, I appreciate it. I think I'm doing okay with a medium that I'm extremely uncomfortable with so far. So far, I haven't completely destroyed anybody's picture and had to explain to an artist why it looks terrible. little bit more up there. Thank you. Now we're going to do down here. Sorry guys, it's concentration. I tend to not talk too much when I'm concentrating. I will look up and look at chat here in just a second. Now this is an acrylic based paint, so it does dry fairly quickly. That's why I'm not wasting any time moving it around. I'm doing it fairly quickly because it does dry very, very quickly with as thin as I'm putting it on. The thicker you put it on, the slower dry time you have. But I don't want it clumpy, so trying to get it on as thin as possible, but still have that color show through. And yes, I do have water-based glitter type paints, but I really wanted to try these ones. Is that terrible? And I love the color. I just love the color of this one. It goes so well with the orange and the red. And of course with the bluebells. Alright. Almost done here, and I'll look up. Sorry if I have missed anybody in chat. Alright. Thank you, Wicca. I appreciate that. You don't need to grow up like me. Please don't grow up. Who said I was a grown-up? Yes, I did. Thank you. Up in here and up there. think I got it all. All right. Wash that off. Wash that blue right out of my hair. Now, actually, we're going to go back in with the blue. I was going to maybe do it a different color, but I want the background to be blue. I changed in my mind. That's what women do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do all of these little arches here in the turquoise glitter. I refuse to grow up too. Thank you, Celine. Yeah, you're gonna have to be twins with Ashley today. Okay, so I'm going down behind these ovals in the centers here. And I've got a bit of dried paint there, so I gotta move things around a little bit. My paint is starting to dry a little bit on the palette, so just have to start moving a little bit quicker. Try not to make a mess. Now, the great thing about this paint is it does come off with soap and water. So it is fairly easy to get off of your brushes and off of your palettes. Not so much off of your pages if you mess them up. So it's just a little bit of patience and a little bit of quick movement. Try not to overload your brush, otherwise you will have a gloopy mess. Just remember, if it isn't as sparkly as you want it to be, you can always add more. It's a lot easier to add a little bit more than it is to take some away. There is, of course, no right or wrong way of doing it, but just a couple of little tips that might make your life a little bit easier while working with something. Try not to stick your hand in an area that you've already done, because it will take a little bit to dry. Hopefully you guys can still see what I'm doing. And Bob is home. Bob. Hello, dear. Okay, now I don't like it here, so I'm just going to put in a little bit more. And I completely missed there, so we're going to put a little there too. That's the thing, yeah. You just got to look and make sure that you didn't miss anywhere. A little bit more here. And as I said, you can always add more. So if it's not as glittery as you want, just go over it. Make sure you get to the edges of where you want it to be. And it intensifies some of that color too. Oh, absolutely. There is never any right or wrong way of doing anything that involves art. You do what makes you happy and makes you feel good about your project or yourself. You know, even scribble art is beautiful. I do scribble art sometimes when I'm frustrated, when I'm angry, you know, and sometimes it just feels good to do some scribble art. So yeah, there is absolutely no right way or wrong way to do anything as long as it makes you happy and you enjoy doing it. That is the right way. Whatever way that makes you happy and you enjoy is the right way. I can offer tips. I can offer, you know, different ways that I do things that might help. But absolutely, there is no way that I do anything the right way. I don't do things the right way. Well, I do things the right way for me, and that's all that matters. Okay, so I think we're coming to the end of what we're going to use this blue on. Oh, no, we've got some more up here. We've got some more up here. So I'm just going to coat this whole area with some blue. We're gonna glitterify it. And then we're gonna pearlify it. How's that? Just to make it all the prettier, I'll add some creamy liquid pearls to it, or some yellow liquid pearls. We'll see. We'll just make it pretty. Awesome! What's for dinner? I haven't decided what to cook for dinner for the boys yet. I'll figure it out. Right, Miss Wicca? Awesome. He can be the doodler of the class. Ack. Made a mess. It's these little tiny areas that kill me. Sometimes I swear there just isn't a paintbrush made small enough. Although I do have smaller. It's just they're my good paintbrushes and I really don't want to use glitter on them. Although, I keep on doing this small stuff, I might have to. Alright, so we've got the blue done. Yay! The blue is done. It is acceptable throwing your coffee at the canvas. Oh, she probably saw it. I'm gonna move it on over here and show you. So there's how much paint we used. That little dollop. So I think I over squeezed. So there we have how it looks so far. I'm letting it dry. It shouldn't take too long because it's fairly thin. And then for the little finials, I will be using silver argent for all of those little feathers. And down here, I'll be using the silver argent. And then I will be using liquid pearl on the circles and the lines. That'd be awesome, Crashes. I cannot wait to see that one. So it's all shimmery. Shimmer, shimmer, shimmer. Sparkle. Sparkle. Not that you guys can see the sparkle. Oh, there you can. Okay, so now we're going to switch gears. Go back over here. Close up. Now let's do the finials. I did. I over squeezed. Squeeze me. I would rather over squeeze than under squeeze. But this time I'll be nice and I won't over squeeze. All right. Now we're going to just cover these in the silver. I don't know where Dion is. She should be watching this because she's the one that gave me the wonderful sparkles. And I'm not using gold. She should be happy. I did think about doing them in gold. Thank you, Melissa. You're trying to behave, are you? Sorry about that. Bob knocked my headset off by accident. You don't have to behave, Celine. We don't behave. What is wrong with you? Not supposed to. Not supposed to squeeze the Charmin. I think I want just a touch of the blue in there. I like that better. Put some blue in there. Ah. Oh, Dawn, I'm sorry. Maybe you should go lie down. I hate getting dizzy. Ashley, have you heard from Evelyn today? She wasn't feeling very well yesterday, but she said that she had to work today, so not sure if she decided that she wasn't feeling up to it or not. I was going to ask her, but she hasn't come in, so. Here I am asking questions when I'm concentrating and not looking at the screen. Okay, good. Well, I'm glad that she was feeling up to it. I'm glad that she was feeling up to it. She wasn't sure. Alright, so there is our top finials done. And we'll do these ones down here. And I call them finials because they're just little decorations, little swirly decorations. Sometimes they have leaves, sometimes not. Sometimes they look like leaves. You could do them in greens or blues or golds or silvers, pretty much any color you want to. I like the silver with this turquoise though, so. That's what I call a fiddly bit that I'm not quite sure what it is. That's all swirly. Makes sense to me. Okay, so we're almost done with the silver on this part. Alright. Did I miss any? No, I don't think so. And then we're going to come down here. And we're going to do the silver in here. Oh, and I'm off screen, sorry. Oh, did I miss Dion coming in and going? I am sorry, Dion. I did not see you. My head is down. I'm sorry, sweetie. I'm using your wonderful paints. And I'm using silver, not gold. I did not see you come in, sweetie. Sorry. Now I feel bad. Alright, so there is our glitter paint stuff. All done up there. Now, we're going to let that dry. We're going to make that dry. Well, I know that while you're off your feet, we're going to at least do one fun one. Yes, if you're going to send out Valentine's, you should do that in the next day or so. Oh, I'm sorry, Dion. Well, I'm glad you're there. She's going to have lots to play with then, because I sent her a package too that she's going to be playing with too. So there we are, silver and blue. I hope you guys can see all the shiny. We're getting all glittery down in it. Let's see, is it still wet? A little bit. Oh, thank you. Awesome. All right, so now we're going to do our. So what color do you think we should go with for the centers there in the liquid pearl? Just pick a color. I have lots of them. So what color do you think we should do? Oh, thank you, Dawn. I appreciate that. Do you think purple will go? Yeah, it will. Yeah, we can do purple. Who else is up for purple? Awesome, Rinka. I thought you would like it. Yeah, green would go into the leaves a bit. Let's see, what color greens do I have? Oy. Oy vey. Alright. I need to grow about a foot. Just so I can reach things. Alright. Switch. Oh, let's not put that in there. That was silly, Renee. So let's switch you over to the main camera here. So we have this green, or these teal greens. Okay, so we've got purple as well. So let's look at the purples. Oh, so we've got this purple, which is taffy. This one here, which is hydrangea. I don't have any other liquid pearls that are purple. I've got some stickles, but I kind of wanted to do it pearly. So we've got those two or these two. Those are your choices. And I'm going to grab a couple of these little daughter things. Dotty, dotty, dotty. There we go. To move it around. These two? Okay, Rinka, go get some rest, sweetie. Yeah, we might have to do a vote. So this one or this one? Alright, I think this one. This one is mermaid, and this one is electric. Oh my gosh. Alright, so let's do let's do a little test down here of the mermaid. Let's find my thing. There it is. Might have to get Bob to. Oh, there we go. Okay, so there is the mermaid colors, which is the blue-green color. I'm going to switch it over to the close-up so you can see. So there is the mermaid color. And it does tie in with those bluebells pretty nice.
a tip on it. I don't want it to look like it's a Hershey's Kiss or anything. Alright, let's get this all down here. Sort of like icing a cake. So the tools I'm using are actual tools that are used predominantly in the nail art communities for doing nail art. But they work wonderfully for the liquid pearls and things like that. Little daughters, doing little white dots on things and stuff like that. Hopefully I am in screen. You guys can actually see what I'm doing. Yeah, I don't mind Hershey's Kisses, but I don't want to have them in the pearl. Now, liquid pearls is also another medium that can be washed away with water, but once it is dry, it is a solid entity. So if I wanted to spread this or move this around, thin it out, I can do that with some water, which I will show you here in just a second. And of course, I did learn this by accident, so as I learned most things by accident. Okay, so what you do is you take your paintbrush, dip it in some water, wipe off as much as you can, and just drag it. Still leaving a little bit of your wetness to your brush, but it removes any clumpiness from your pearl. So if you have any clumpiness to the pearl that you're just trying to remove, you can do that with a damp brush. Like that. Alright, so now we're going to move up into the rounds up here. Now the rounds are a little bit different because I want them to look like round pearls. So I'm going to put a big dot in the center of each one, and then I'm going to spread it. Try to make sure that your dots are no more than a third of the size of your area. And I've made a little bit of a mess there, so I'm just going to clean that up. And I'll take a wet brush and clean it up. So I need this one. So I'm just going to take the wet brush and just wipe it up. Just like that. Alright, now I'm going to take this tool, which is a larger tool, is a larger round circle, and I'm just going to dip it in and move that in a little circular motion, giving it that push into the round areas, like so. Because this is a bigger tool, it doesn't leave the marks that the smaller tool is going to leave in it. But if you make sure that your dollop is enough to still give that molded little round structure, you should have enough to cover your whole thing and still have it look like a rounded pearl area. Now after we're done with the liquid pearls, we've got to let this set. And it does take a while to set, so it can take up to 24 hours to set before we can do anything more on it. I will leave it set until tomorrow, and if it's still a little tacky, I will use the heat gun on it and dry it the rest of the way before I do the background. I missed one. Now, if you find that you don't have enough in an area, just go back to the small amount that you have on your palette, or go on to the next one and just take any amount from that extra from that next one and put it on the next, on the one that's feeling a little lacking. Now I have a bit on my palette so that I can add to whatever I need to. But I find that as long as you put down a dot about a third of the size of the area you're covering, it should cover it. Without any problems. But it's not a perfect science, so sometimes I'm wrong. Especially when it starts to dry. So it'll get a little tacky skin on it if you leave it too long. I think the light is drying it a little bit faster than I want it to. So we won't do the whole area next time. Just reading chat now because, I looked up. Alright, so we've got the little dots here. And once again, it's going to do a couple this time instead of all of them, because all of them was too much and some of them started drying out by the end. So because these are smaller, I'm going to use the smaller end of my tool. And just very, very gently putting in little drops and just moving it around with the tool. All right, Ashley. Not supposed to do that until Discord when I can come with you. Poor Ashley. I'm always picking on her. Okay, Celine, you can do the wet joke now. All right, so now I'm going to take a little bit of the silver and I'm going to actually put silver drops, and I'm going to do it with it on my palette. I gotta get it to come out first. My silver's not coming out. I think I've got a dry bit in there. Shyla, don't cough at me, please. I really don't like it. I need a pin. I need a pin. A pin, a pin. Shyla, stop. No. No, it is not. She already had some. I know we're going over, but okay. Oh no! Well, I guess that works. I put the thumbtack in it. Now I can't get it out. Oh, ouch. Ah, there we go. There we go. I had a dry bit in there and it was saying, yeah, no, by the way, I ain't doing it. Yes, my dog is being a butt. But yeah, I was trying to get the silver pearls and there was a dry bit in the tube, so it wouldn't come out. So I had to put a pin in it to break up the dry bit. Let's try and make sure I get all the little pearly areas. So one more, maybe not. think, last but not least, we're going to put just a touch of color in. It's here. What's here? Yes, you heard whining. All right. Maybe not this one. This one's kind of too pinky. Yes, she has decided nap time is over. Daddy is home. Shyla, I'm doing things that require concentration. Go away. Awesome. Okay, I need the smaller one. There we go. Alright, so I'm just going to move this purple through. Dragging it along the line. Just giving it just a little bit of color other than the blue and the silver and the green. So we got a little bit of purple in here anyway for our purple people. Hi, Bee. Welcome, welcome. Right. Now I'm hoping that I don't completely ruin this image with it, but there. Alright. Sorry if I miss anyone. I know I've gone over my 2 hours, but I just want to finish this part up. Oh, thank you, Bee. And just gonna get this last little bit in here. And there we have it. Now I'm gonna wipe off my tool. I'm gonna take some water and we're just gonna smooth out any little bubbles. Once again, just smoothing it out. Just want this line to be smoother than the pearl on the dots. And there we have it. I'm going to switch over to the main camera so you can see my mess. And there we have the entire picture. And it sparkles, it shimmers, and it does all sorts of funny things. Oh, we missed a spot right there. So we need to put some silver on it, I think. Some glitter paint. I think my glitter paint is not. Thank you. Ack! Well, not that time. I just need a little bit. There we go. Alright, so there we have it. Bring it up here close so you can see all of the prettiness. Although you might be able to see more of the prettiness over here. So there's all the shimmers and the shines. So you know what colors they are anyway, because over here they're not very colorful. So there we have it. I will be doing a background on this for finishing touches tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. Ah, there's no mushrooms on this page, but maybe next time. I don't know how to do rainbow mushrooms. Although we will be doing some rainbow painting. I'm just cleaning up this dollop that I made of the silver. That was way too much. So instead of wasting it, I'm putting it back in the bottle. That's the great thing with these. You can just scrape this stuff right up and put it back in the bottle if the bottle's big enough. And the bottle is, so I'm good. I made way too much of a dollop for that one. Like I did this dollop, and all I was doing was that little piece. So, yeah, a little too much. Alright, so it's all done. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was fun, a little entertaining, a little bit of knowledge or help in any way, shape, or form. If not, I'm sorry. If so, yay! Um, I will thank you all very much for joining me. Of course, if you want to join me over in Discord and join the chat there, we will always continue on there. It may not be with the same picture. It may be something that I'm doing in my off time. But the chat always does continue there. The Discord is linked at the top of the screen in the little blue box. Other than that, guys, thank you all very much for joining me. And of course, always remember to be kind to one another. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you are in the lurkers one of the lurkers out there and not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button.
hit that thumbs up. It does help me out with the algorithms as well as letting me know what you enjoy on videos. Until next time, thank you all so much for watching. Always remember to relax, color, and stay safe. Until next time, bye bye for now, guys.